Okay, YouTube, welcome back. Once again, guys, welcome back for another tutorial. This is a part 5. And before we get started, I want to say I'm apologize for the for part 4 because there is no audio. Um, okay, but part 5, no audio on part 4. Now, this is a part 5, and I think everything will be fine. Okay, this is where we left. This is part 5, CRUD, and we created everything. Search. This is search form, and we created the table, colon everything. We created the read editor button. But if you click on, we can read. Um, we already got a few products here, and name, price, description, category, image, and we have only one category, and we can add more later. Also we can read, we can create. Now let me create one more product, and now before that let me show you what I'm going to do first. This is first thing first. This is where we left. Okay, and let me open this. Okay, this is our guide. Now in today's video, part 5, I'm going to create update. Okay, update underscore product.php, and I'm going to create the pagin.php pagin button. Now we got, because I set the each page to get 5 items. This is 1 2 3 4. If we add one more 5, but if we add 6, and then that's why we will get our page 6. That's why I'm going to create our pagin.php. Okay, also we will be able to update, but right now if you click on edit button, you see the page is blank. You cannot edit the product, but you can create. Okay, you can create and you can read. Also you cannot edit yet. You cannot, if you click on delete button, it's not working. You do not create the function delete yet. Now in today's video, part 5, remember I told you before, this is a step-by-step tutorial. Okay, and this is our first thing we are going to work on, update underscore product.php and pagin.php. Okay, okay, now before let me create one more product for you, and I'm going first. Okay, let me select my picture first to see. I'm going to pick something like, let me see, I'm going to pick something like, let me pick this one. Okay, here's my picture. Okay, this is a send email on form submission name. I'm going to call it like this. Put anything. Put put it, keep it simple. Email in PHP. Price, put anything you want. Okay, if you put 98 for something like send email using PHP and my SQL database. Okay, now category electronic, I keep category electronic, but we can add more later on. Okay, I have my picture, is my picture, and I'm going to create, click on button create. Okay, now I say product was created. Now what I'm going to do, let me go and refresh, because we have 1 2 3 4 products, and I'm going to refresh this page, and this is what we get. This is okay right here. Email in PHP. Okay, email in PHP sent. Okay, this is the name, email in PHP, and description sent right here. This is the description, and price, and is the image right here. Okay, now we have 1 2 3 4 5, and let's go back and go to read. Now is our 5th. Okay, is our 5th product. We have 1 2 3 4 5. This is our first page. But if we add one more, you will not see it yet, because we do not create Pagin.php yet to see page 1 here. Okay, but you can read it. Click here. As you can see now, you can read it. This is pretty cool. Okay, and if you click on edit, you cannot edit this page is blank. Now I'm going to add few lines of code, create update or edit. This is the same thing. Okay, without further ado, jump into it. I want you to open your code editor. Open your code editor, and I'm going to create a function first. I'm going to create a function for update. Okay, I'm going to create a function update before I create an update underscore. Let me show you. Before I create update underscore product.php. But the function update, I'm going to create it inside of the product.php. Now I want you to open product.php, and here's product.php inside of the object folder. Here's my product.php. I open it, and I want you to scroll up a little bit. Okay, now as you can see now, you find function upload photo, and before upload photo, after function read one, and here this is the closing for the function read one, closing our curly braces. After that, let me go here, and this is where I'm going to create my function update. And I'm going to put this is the function update. Okay, now I'm going to say function update like this. We need curly braces, and here the first thing, because of this code will allow the if statement for the product to update, to work on update underscore product.php. This function will connect to the product update underscore product.php. Without a function update, even though if I create update underscore product.php, it won't work. Okay, now, and I'm going to pass let me bring this down. I'm going to call my query, and I'm going to say $ query like this, equal double quote, and I'm going to say update like this. Okay, and bring this down here. I want you to keep it like this. This is the opening. Follow me. Is the opening double quote, is the closing double quote, and for this I want you to put a semicolon here, and go after update. You can bring this down once more, and go here. You can go here, add another double quote. Follow me. Add another double quote, and here inside create a space. Put a space. Put it that space, and I'm going to say this. Okay, this table name like this, space, that space. Okay, and go here, bring this down, the closing double quote. Okay, go to the next line here, and this is where I'm going to say I'm going to set my name. Go set name equal to colon name, comma. Go to the next line, and I'm going to set my price equal space colon price like this, comma. The description equal colon description, comma, and category underscore ID here equal colon category underscore ID. And now I'm going to say go here and say where. Remember I say set name for me, set price, description, category, where I want to set them. This is where I want to set them. I'm going to say where ID equal colon ID, and I'm going to bring the closing double quote, bring it up here. Okay, and move this like this. Okay, now this is one block of code, and go to the next line, skip one line, and go here. Now I'm going to use a statement. I'm going to say statement equal this, my connection con, to prepare for me, prepare my query. Okay, here now I prepare my query. Next, what I'm going to do, I'm going to post all my values, and then after posting my values, I'm going to bind everything, or bind all my parameters. The first thing I'm going to do, let me write it down. I'm going to say posted values. Okay, I'm going to say posted values, and posted values to, let me go here, go to the next line. I'm going to say posted values. The first thing I'm going to say this, take all my values. Remember, I got them right here, all my values from here. I'm going to post it here. I'm going to say this, the first thing is name equal HTML special char here like this, and parentheses, strip tag. Okay, strip tag, another parentheses, put this name, $sign this name, and put a semicolon at the end. Okay, go to the next line, do the same thing, $sign. I'm going to say this twice equal HTML special char. Okay, parentheses, strip tag here, and another parentheses, and I'm going to say this twice, put a semicolon here. Go to the next line, do the same thing, this at this time for the description equal HTML special char. Okay, and parentheses, strip tag. Okay, and parentheses. Now I'm going to say $sign this description. Okay, and put a semicolon here, and do the same thing, this category underscore ID equal HTML. Okay, parentheses, strip underscore tags, another parentheses, and put this category underscore ID. Okay, and put a semicolon here, and last but not least, put this ID. Now this is ID because I take name twice, category description category underscore ID. Now this is for ID. I'm going to say this ID equal HTML special char, put parentheses, put good to say this is a strip underscore tag, another parentheses, and this ID like this, and put a semicolon here. Now I'm done. I posted all my values, and then after posting all my values, now I'm going to bind param. I'm going to bind all my parameters, and then that's the method I'm going to use, a by param. And to do this, this is okay. Let me write it down. This is the by parameters. Okay, and I'm going to use a statement like this. I'm going to say by. This is a by parentheses, single quote, and colon, put name, and after the closing single quote, put a comma space, and I'm going to say this name. Now because you should buy them every single one, one after the other. And this is for name. I'm going to do the same thing for I'm going to say statement by param, okay, and single quote colon. And this time this is for twice, and go after the closing single quote with a comma space, and I'm going to say this twice. Put it here. Now statement, okay, by param again, parentheses, single quote colon. This time we need description, and go after the closing single quote comma space, and we say this description. Now we say statement, okay, by param parentheses, single quote colon. After description we need category underscore ID, okay, because we have category underscore ID here, and go here, put a comma space, and say this category underscore ID, and put a semicolon here. Go to the next line. This is our last statement. Statement, okay, by this is by param parentheses, and go inside, put a single quote colon. This is for ID. Go after the closing single quote with a comma space, and put we said this ID like this, and put a semicolon here. Okay. Now next, what I'm going to do, I'm going to execute my query. And after this is my query, I'm going to execute it for update. Okay. Now I'm going to say execute the query like this, and I'm going to use my if statement like this. I'm going to say if, okay, I'm going to say let me start over. If, okay, if my statement executed, it's my statement execute parentheses, and I'm going to pass my block of code here. I'm going to say return. If my statement is executed, return true like this, okay. Otherwise, and then go here. After this is for the if statement, this is opening curly braces, this is a closing curly braces. Go after the closing curly braces, put return, otherwise return false like this, and then bring the closing here, bring it up. Okay, you can bring this up as well. Okay, now this part is done. Update.php is done. Function update is done. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to, don't forget to go to file, save all, no, not save as, go to file here, and file, save all. Okay, now I'm going to create the file called, let me go here, update underscore product.php, because without the function, I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go to the main file, main folder. Now go to your main folder, right click, click on new file, and I'm going to paste it, or not copy, paste, or I can write it down, update underscore product.php, click enter. Okay, it's a brand new brand new page. Okay, now we have update underscore product.php. This is where we will able we are going to code this part, and now we will able to update our product. Okay, now the first thing, remember, the first thing we need a PHP. Also, we should include our connection, our database, put our product inside of the update product. Also, we need a category as well. So now let's add, we need the first thing, we say we need the PHP here, okay? And now, and I'm going to get the ID of the product to be edited. Now I'm going to get the ID of the product to be edited, or to retrieve one product information based on the given ID. This is what I'm going to do. Okay, the first thing I'm going to say ID equal insert, okay, parentheses, and I'm going to say method get. I'm going to use the get method. I'm going to say get bracket single quote ID, or and put space, a question mark space. Use the same method underscore. This is the get method. I'm going to say get bracket single quote ID again, or put a space colon space, or die like this, parentheses single quote. I'm going to say, in case there's an error, colon space, and I'm going to say missing space, missing ID period, and put a semicolon here for the ID. Okay, now next what I want to do, I'm going to include my database and object files. Now I can write it down. I'm going to say let me write it down for you. Oh, come on. I'm going to say include my database and object, like this, object files. And to do this, I'm going to say include. Let me expand this. Okay, I'm going to say include once. Include once. Single quote. The first thing I need my database inside of the, here is my database. If you expand config folder, I got my database here. Here I'm going to say call my folder first, config, and put a / to call my file. This is a I need database that PHP, and put a semicolon here. Go to the next line. I'm going to say include, include once space single quote, and now I need my product.php, and the product.php is inside of the this is the object folder. If you expand it, you see product.php here. Now I'm going to call my folder first, folder object folder, okay, objects folder, and put a / I need my product.php, put a semicolon, go to the next line, and I'm going to say include underscore once space single quote. Now I'm going to call not only product, I'm going to call category.php as well. And to do this, I'm going to add a folder objects / and call my file category.php, and put a semicolon here. Now I'm done with my database and object files. Next, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my connection. I'm going to add my connection. I'm going to say get database connection. First, I'm going to say database equal new capital D database, and parentheses like this. Put a semicolon. Go to the next line, and I'm going to say $db equal my my database. Okay, get capital C, get connection, parentheses, put a semicolon here. After getting my database after connecting my database, now I'm going to prepare my objects. So now I'm going to say prepare objects like this, and I'm going to say I need to prepare my object first. I need my product equal new capital P product, and for the connection with my product, I should add my DB to call my database connection. That's why I put DB here, and semicolon. Go to the next line, and I say category, okay, equal new a capital C category, okay, parentheses, and do the same thing, include DB, put a semicolon at the end. Or go to next line. Now skip one line. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to set the ID property of product to be edited. I'm going to say set, okay, put like this. I'm going to say set ID. This is set ID property of product to be edited like this, and I'm going to say $ product, okay, ID like this, $ product ID equal ID like this. Go to the next line, skip one line, and next what I want to do, I want to read the details of product to be edited. The first thing, I set the property. This now I'm going to read. I'm going to say read. I'm going to say read the details of product to be edited. Okay. Now to read that, to do that, I'm going to say $ product. Okay. Product read one, because remember we did create a function called read one. Read capital O read one, and yes, put a semicolon. Remember, if we scroll up, or if we go back inside of the product.php, remember we created a function called read one. Let me show you. This is read one right here. We create function called read one already. Now let's go back to update underscore product.php, okay, and then now this is this part is done. Remember, we have this is the opening, this is a PHP opening PHP, is the closing PHP. Let's bring this up like this. Now I want you to go after the closing, go after the closing PHP. I want you to go after the closing PHP, okay, and go after the closing PHP. I'm going to create another PHP. Open here. I'm going to say PHP under PHP here, and I'm going to separate it now for the if the form was submitted. Let me, oops. If the form was submitted, this is where I separate it. This is the first PHP, first block of code here, and it is our second block of code, our second PHP start here. Okay, now this is where I'm going to set the page header for the update product. And if you go back here, now we got the page header for the read product. If you click here, okay, as you can see, the page is blank, and you can see the name. This is the update underscore product.php is blank, something coming up. Okay, we needed the page header for the edit. Now let's go back to our code. Remember, this is our second PHP. Okay, now I'm going to say set page header for the update. Okay, and to set it, I'm going to say page underscore title equal double quote, and I'm going to call it update product like this. Put a semicolon, and if we go here, and if we go to file, save all, and we go back to our browser, refresh it, and we click here, we got a lot of error message that something we have to add more line of code. Okay, let's go back. Okay, now after here, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to include the layout header, because we say this is the name, the title, page header. We call it update product, but now we need the layout header. But because inside of the layout header, this is where we got all of the info instead of the layout header. Okay, let's go back. Now, layout header, I'm going to say include here, include once, space, double quote, layout header here, and put a semicolon here. Now, if we go once again, go to File, Save All, and go back to our and go here, refresh it. If you click here, we still got the same error message. Let's keep going. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to read the product button, and I'm going to say read product with product button. Okay, and to read our product button, and I'm going to say echo double quote, and we need a div. Oops. This is the opening div. Okay, this is a echo div. We can copy this one. Oh, no. Edit, undo. Yes, you can copy this. Copy. What's going on? Edit, undo. Okay. You don't want to undo it. Okay, now double quote will do the same thing, div. Okay, this is the opening div, echo div, and the closing echo div. Now inside of the first one, I'm going to pass a class, call it single quote, right hyphen button, margin, like this, and I put a semicolon here, and I want to put a semicolon here. And now inside of the two echo, pass another one, double quote, and this is at this time I'm going to pass an anchor tag. This is the opening anchor tag, and is the closing anchor tag. And don't forget to put a semicolon here. And go inside the first one, is the first one. Inside of it, I'm going to say href equals single quote, and this is where I'm going to call my index.php. Index.php. Okay, and then after the closing single quote, put a space. Let me make this bigger so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, here. Now, and I'm going to pass another class equal single quote, call it btn for the button, btn default, and space, pull. I'm going to pull it, pull right, like this. And here, before from the middle here, let me show you here. I can do it this way so that you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to say read products and bring this back. Oops, put the S. Okay, and bring this up. Okay, this is a one block of code. Okay, this is a one block of code. We can go to here and click on save all. Let's go back to see what we got. We can refresh the page. 1 second. We can read and go back, edit this one. We still got the same error message. That's fine. Okay, let's continue. Now, if the form was submitted, and this is what we are going to build if the form was submitted. Now let me write it down. I'm going to say if the form was submitted. Okay, and I'm going to say if post, if the form was submitted, if post, and here inside of this curly braces I'm going to pass my code here. The first thing, I'm going to set my product property values. I'm going to say set, okay, product property values. To do this, I'm going to say product name, the first thing, product name, equal, and now this is in case the form is submitted. When you click on the button edit, this is now you have to call name twice. You should call everything once. You have to call name, okay, that's the name for the product, price, description, category, and action, everything. Okay, let's go back. Product name equal, I'm going to use it's the post method, post, bracket single quote, name, and put a semicolon here. I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to copy this line of code. Okay, I'm going to copy and paste it here. Now I'm going to change name to price and put price here. Okay, and go here and paste it again. Instead of name, now we are going to put remember, description. Okay, and also we need this description here. We need we have to paste it. Oh, not copy, paste it. Okay, let's copy this one and paste it here. Now put category underscore ID. Also we need the same thing here, category underscore ID. Okay, now remember we're working inside of this. Okay, now skip one line. Now this is where I'm going to update the product. Now this is, I set my property. Now I'm going to go straight to update the product. Now I'm going to say update the product here, and I'm going to use the if statement, and I'm going to say product update. Okay, like this. And here, this is where I'm going to pass my block of code. I'm going to say, okay, equal. It's the equal I use, space, double quote, and I'm going to create a div. This is the opening div, and put a semicolon at the end, and I'm going to copy this one. Oh, wow. Okay. You can write it down, it's okay. Put equal, space, double quote, and this is the closing div. Put a semicolon at the end. Okay. Inside of these two divs, equal, okay, I'm going to create a third one from the middle, and space, double quote, and call it product was updated like this, and put a period and put a semicolon at the end. Okay, here we got echo div, opening div, closing div. Inside of the opening div, put a space. I'm going to pass a class equal. I'm going to pass a message. No, not message. A class called. I'm going to call this class alert space alert. This is for the success. Okay, I say alert success space alert. At this time I'm going to say alert at this missable, like this. Okay, now this part is done, and remember this is one block of code. This is here we have to save it. This is the end of if this is a $sign post we have here. Okay, go after. This is where we. Okay, now next I'm going to say update product, but I have to tell the user if the product is, if you cannot update the product. I'm going to pass a message, and to do this I'm going to say if let me write it down. I'm going to say if unable to update, like this, the product comma, I have to tell the user. And to do this, I'm going to say use an else statement. I'm going to use an else statement and use echo space double quote and use a div. Put a semicolon here. This is the opening div, echo space, and this is the closing div. Put a semicolon here. And from the middle here, I'm going to use a third one, echo space double quote. Now, this is where I'm going to pass the message. I'm going to say unable to update product or the product. Like this, period. And put a semicolon here. Okay. Now, else, opening curly braces, closing. This is one block of code. Okay. Now, this part is done. Okay, this part is done. I want you to go. This is the closing if statement. Is the if post. Okay, is the closing. Go after that. I want you to go after that. Here, this is where I'm going to set the update form. Okay, this is where I'm going to set the update form. Stay here. I want you to stay here. This is where I'm going to set the update form. Okay. Go after the closing of PHP. Okay, this is the closing PHP. Go after that, and this is where I'm going to update. Or I can pass the message here for you. I'm going to set the update form. This is where I'm going to set it. Let me put it this way. Put it there. Okay. Bring this up. Go here. This is the closing PHP. Go here. And okay. I'm going to set the update form. Okay. Go after that. Now, I'm going to say form. Okay. Is the form. I create my form. All right. Let me bring this. Okay, a little bit. Make it bigger. I don't need this. I don't need the class. I don't need the class. And for the action, okay, this is a method post. This is fine. Let's cut index.html. For the action, I'm going to say action equal double quote. This is fine. And I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass a PHP inside of the action. And PHP equal like this. HTML special child like this, and put a parentheses. Inside of my parentheses, I'm call my data science my server. I'm going to say server bracket double quote and call it PHP self. Okay. Oh no. Go back. PHP underscore self like this. This one. Okay. And here, after the closing the bracket, go space dot space. Put it this way. Okay, space dot space. And I want to go after the. I want you to add this. Put a double quote here after that space. Put a double quote here and put a question mark and put ID. Oops. Put ID equal. Let me make this smaller and bring this here. ID. Okay. ID equal curly braces data sign ID like this, and this is fine, and put a semicolon after the closing parentheses. This one here. Put a semicolon here and bring this closer. Okay, here, and then after that we have method post. This is fine. Okay, now go inside of the form. Inside of the form, I'm going to create my table. I'm going to say table. Okay, here's my table. And inside of the first one, I'm going to pass a class, call it, I'm going to call my class table, space, table hover like this, space, table responsive, okay, space, table bordered, like this. Okay, now here, go here, I'm going to pass my table row, also my table data. Now, like similar to this one, we will get the same form for the update. Okay, let's go back. Now, I need a table row. This is my table row. This is my first block, okay, of code. Table row, and go here inside of my table row. We need a TD, that table data, and our first data, I will call for the. We need a name, price, description category. So I'm going to call this one name, like this. Also go after that, and we need a table. We need a table data to form our input. You see, I said TD, and this is my. Okay, this is my input right here, and go here inside of my input. I'm going to say input type equal single quote. We need input type text or name, and go after that name equal name, and go here. We need something. We cut something here. Okay, go here. We need value equal now. Value equal single quote. I want you to follow me here. Value equal single quote. Now I'm going to pass a PHP inside of the value, and put echo space, and call my product here. Call product here. This is actually product name, and put a semicolon at the end here. Okay. And okay, now we're not done yet. After name, I want you to go here. Let me show you something. Go after the single quote here. Okay, I create a space. Is the closing PHP. We got a single quote. After the single quote space, I create a class with single quote. Call it form control, like this. Okay, and let me make this smaller so that you can see. Oh, I cut something. Let me go edit, undo. Yes. Okay. All right. Not too small. This is fine now. Okay. Now this is one line of code. As you can see, this is one line of code. Okay, and this is one block of code here. All right, this is one block of code. This table row and table data inside of it. Now skip one line. Do the same thing. I'm going to create a table row. Okay, and we need a TD inside the first TD. I'm going to call it price, and go after that. Go to the next line. We need another TD. Also, we need for the create our input. Oops, close it, and go inside here space. I'm going to say input type equal input type text. We need the input type text, and go after the closing single quote space. Name equal name. So for the price, name equal price. For price, name equal price. I'll go here. We need a value equal single quote, and I'm going to pass a PHP inside of the value. Echo, do the same thing. Echo $sign product. At this time, we need the product price, like this. Okay, and then put a semicolon after price here. Okay, I want to go after the closing single quote here. Put a space and create a class equal single quote, call it form control. Okay. Okay. Now, next, what I want to do the same thing, skip one line, create a table row, and we need a table TD, table data, and this one I'm going to call it description, like this, and go to the next line. We need a table data again, and now this is I'm create for the text area, and I'm going to say go here from the middle here, say text. It's a text area. Okay, this is the opening text area. We need a closing text area, like this. Text area. Okay, here this is opening, closing text area. Now go inside the first one, space. I'm going to say name equal for text area for the description. Okay, and go after the closing single quote. We need a class equal form. Remember our class called form control. And here I want you to follow me, guys. Here from the middle here, between the opening text area and the closing text area, I want you to pass PHP here and say equal space $sign product. Okay, this is at this time not called product description. Okay, put a semicolon and bring this closer here. Okay. Okay, now this is done, name is done, price is done, description is done. Now we need a category. Let's create a category. Go skip one line. Okay, now we need a category. I want you to skip one line, create a table row. Okay, let me scroll up. These are my table row. We need a TD, table data, call it category, like this, and go to the next line, create a table data, and bring this back. And now from the middle here, go inside of our table data and pass create a PHP like this. And instead of my PHP, this is what I'm going to call my statement. I'm going to say this statement equal category. Okay, read, category read, and parentheses. Put a semicolon here. Now, next, what I'm going to do after adding my statement, say statement equal category read. This is where I read my category. Okay, from the drop down. Now I'm going to put them in a select drop down. All my category. This is, you can say category electronic, put anything you want, but now I'm going to select and put them in a select drop down. Okay. Keep it simple, category, okay, in a select drop down. Okay, and to do this, I'm going to say echo double quote. Now I'm going to create my select. Is my echo put a parenthesis semicolon here. This is the opening select. I'm going to create a closing select with echo closing select, like this. Okay, and put a semicolon. Put a semicolon at the end. Now I got opening select, closing select. Like from the middle here, this is where I'm going to say echo again. Now for the option, you got option to pick what category you want. Okay, now I'm going to say echo double quote and put my my option. I say option, opening option. I need this is for the closing option, and don't forget to put a semicolon here. Now from the middle here, from the first one, from the middle here, of my two options, I'm going to put please. Okay, please select, and with that 1 2 3, please select. And now after I ask the user to select one from my category, and then now this I'm going to use a while loop, and I'm going to say while parentheses. Okay, and after the while parentheses, with curly, I need a curly braces here. Instead of the while parentheses, I'm going to say row underscore category, row category, space equal my statement. Okay, and fetch parentheses PDO fetch, yeah, association here. Okay, now I'm going to pass my block of code here. I'm going to say category, okay, category underscore ID space equal statement, category underscore ID equal, or keep it this way, category underscore ID equal row, this is row underscore category, okay, and bracket single quote ID, and the category again, now underscore name at this time, category underscore name equal row underscore category, okay, row underscore category, bracket single quote name, and don't forget to put a semicolon at the end. Okay, now what I'm going to do, one second, I'm going to this is the current category of the product must be selected. The category of the product must be selected. The current category of the product must current category, okay, of the product must be selected like this. Now to do this, I'm going to say if statement, if product, okay, if product category, okay, if product category underscore ID equal $sign category equal category underscore ID, and this is where I'm going to pass my block of code. I'm going to say equal double quote, and I'm going to give an option. This is the equal for the yes, this is a equal option, okay, equal option, and here from the middle here, let me make this bigger for you so that you can see, and I'm going to pass a value here, value equal single quote, and I'm going to say category underscore ID, okay, category underscore ID for the equal option value equal category underscore ID, and go after the closing single quote, put selected, selected. Now I want this the first one to remain as a default, okay, and now put a semicolon here. Now what I'm going to use the else statement, else for the option, else equal double quote option, okay, space, value equal single quote $ category underscore ID, and put a semicolon here. Okay, now after that, go here. This is the else statement. This is the opening curly braces. This is a closing curly braces. Go after the closing curly braces. Okay, go after the closing curly braces. Skip one line, and I'm going to say equal a space, double quote, category underscore name. Category underscore name, and this is where I'm going to close my option. Okay, I close my option here. Put a semicolon here. This is a opening option. I pass one option here. This is I close this option here. Okay, now this is for the equal. This is the closing select. Okay, this is the equal opening select, equal closing select, and this is the closing of PHP. Okay, now next. Now we have the have to close everything. Now we have I'm going to bring this up. We have a closing table data, closing table row, and okay, we have closing. Let me bring this up. Okay, this is fine. We have this is the PHP. I can bring PHP. Oops, bring it here. That's fine. And this is a closing table data, closing table row. And go after that, skip one line. I'm going to create another table row, and we need another table data. I'm going to keep it blank, and go to the next line. I need a button. We need the button for the button update. To do this, I'm going to create another table data TD, okay, and bring it here. And go inside of my TD. I'm going to create my button. This is my button, okay, for the update. Button type submit, not button. Type submit. We need a type submit. Also, we don't need a name. We need, instead of name, I'm going to pass a class equal double quote btn space btn primary, like this. Okay, btn primary, and from the middle here before the closing button, I'm going to call it update, like this. And here we have the closing table row, and we have the closing table. We have the closing. These are the closing table. Also, we have the closing form. Okay. And next, after the closing form, this is where I have to include our layout footer.php. Now, I'm going to pass a third PHP here. Follow me. This is where I pass my third PHP. Okay. And this is where I'm going to, let me put it this, I'm going to set my page footer. To do this, I'm going to say include once. I'm going to include my layout footer. Okay. And put a semicolon here. Now this is done. Okay. So update underscore product.php is done. This is the last. Okay. And don't forget to go to file saver. Okay. And now let's go to our browser and refresh it. Now remember, we have some product we can read. Let's see if we can update it. Now we have, okay, our first error message, include once config. Oh, we have an error. This is a typo. It's supposed to be config here. Okay, this is error message online. Failed to open stream, I know. Update line 6. Also, second error message. Failed to open stream. Config, the same thing. Uncaught error class database not found. That's why. Now, line 6 and line 11. Let's scroll up. I'm going to scroll up. Okay, this is line 6. Line 6 we say include once config. This is config. This is config because here we have config. Okay, now let's fix this. Remove D. Okay, remove D. Put G like this. This is config. And category, go to file, save all. Let's go back to our browser. Let me bring this down for you. Also on line 11, let me check line 11. Yeah, that's why we cannot see database. Yeah, that's why. Okay. Okay, this is the last part. Let me go here and refresh the page. Okay, here's the form. It's got error message, include once, layout header. Failed to open stream, no such. Update line 31, layout header. Include once, layout footer. 120, 31, layout header. What's wrong? Maybe 31. Include once, layout header. Oh, okay, we forgot to put layout header.php. Okay, guys, it's supposed to be layout header.php. That PHP like this. This is a layout header.php. Go to file, save all. Let's go back and refresh it. Okay, here's the form, but we still got two more error messages. So include once, layout footer. Line 127, yes. Okay, the footer is missing. Yes, this is why. And if you open layout footer.php, we have only these two. We don't have any code inside of it. Let's go back to update. Let me see. Okay, on line 127. This is the last line of code here, right here. Okay, what I want you to do, I want you to comment this out. Comment this out like this. Comment it out. Okay, I want you to comment this line out for me. Okay, and go to file, save all. Okay, now this is the after we can add more some code inside of the layout underscore footer.php. Okay, now we have update. Let's see if we can update some product. Let's see. And now we have the first one, send email using PHP and MySQL database. I'm good. Now we have the price for the 24. Let's click on edit. I'm going to put 25. Now I put 25 and click on update. Okay, it's a product update, but we still got a message says undefined error key category underscore ID on line update line 44. Okay, line 44. Okay. Okay, this is a product name, product price, name price, product description, product category underscore ID, equal post category underscore ID. Let me see the message again. Undefined error key category underscore undefined error key category underscore line 44. Line 44 category underscore ID. Product code is created, but we still got the error message undefined error key category underscore ID line update underscore product that PHP line 44. The error message on line 44, this is line 44 for me, okay, and it's an undefined error key, but we have category underscore ID here, because if when you click on the button that's a update button, when you click on it, it's supposed to take everything, name, price, description, category, everything once together and then update it. But now here after, and then now this is where you say product update, okay, and if we go here, let me scroll down a little bit. Let me scroll down. Okay, let me scroll up. This is our close us. Okay, this is our closing select, opening select. Okay, and here, because if we select something, we put our category in a select drop down. That's why one is missing. Why one is missing? Because we got the category, row category, category ID, but we're not defined here inside of the select choice for the choice. Now, the first thing, I have to pass a class. I'm going to say, remember, for the to fix, if you got another message like this, to fix this, to fix this error message, okay, this is where we go on line 91. This is line 91 for me, equal select class. I pass a class inside of the opening select, line 91 for me, okay, and as a class equal single quote, and I create the form. Remember our form called, this is a form control, okay, and after the closing single quote here, we create a space. I'm going to put a name. I will say name equal, no, this is name equal. Let me make this bigger for you so that you can see what I'm doing. I say name equal single quote and category like this underscore ID, category underscore ID. I think this I add the class. This is the class from control, and then name equal category underscore ID. This should fix our error message that says, let's go up on line 44, undefined error key, category underscore ID. Now, after adding line 91 here, after adding the class from control and name category underscore ID, and go to file, save all, okay, and let's go back to our browser. Now refresh it. Nothing happened. Let's go back and let's select this, and here now, as you can see, product was updated. Now no problem, and because it was 2024, now we put 25, and this is fine. Now let's try to update a second one, and we can read this one, okay, and now I'm going to update the second one. This is this is our first product. We can update this one. This is our first product. We can put change anything, Jimdel-Edu, or change the price if you want, or change the description. This is a test, okay, keep it simple, period, and click on update. Product was updated. Let's go back to our okay, put this here, okay, open this, yes, and refresh it. All right, now when we refresh this, okay, now we have 1 2 3 4 5, same thing. Now let's because here we have this is a test. I'm looking for this is a test. Now right here, this is a test, okay, inside our database, and this is the picture right here, okay, and we can create now. next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to doing the page. This is a page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items. This is a page 1. You should see page 1. And here, now, I'm going to do, this is, I'm going to copy pagin.php. I'm going to create a new file called pagin.php because we want to see 1, 2, 3, page 1, page 2, page 3, and so on. Okay, let's go back to our code, and I want you go to your main folder, right click, click on new file, paste it, or you can write down pagin.php, okay, and click on enter. Now, pagin.php, and the first thing we need, let me explain this. The first thing we need a PHP like this, and I'm going to say equal double quote. For the pagin, I'm going to use, this is how you create pagin, guys. Here, I'm going to say create a URL, another list. I say URL, let me close it, okay, URL space, pass it, I'm going to pass a class, equal, and backslash. And after the backslash, I'm going to put a double quote. Is my double quote, and inside of my double quote, I'm going to say pagination like this, okay, and I'm going to put a backslash again and put a semicolon here. Okay, this part is done. Now, next, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my button for first page. This is where I'm going to create my button for this first page, and this is where I say button for first page like this. And for this, I'm going to say if statement, if $sign if page 1 like this, if page is greater than 1, okay, and I'm going to pass my block of code. Okay, let me make this bigger so that you can see. Okay, I'm going to pass my block of code here. I'm going to say echo double quote, and this is I'm going to use a list. Okay, this equal li. Put a semicolon here, and I'm going to copy this and to close it, and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, this put a forward slash here. Okay, but before that, after that, okay, li. Now I need I'm going to pass an anchor tag here, a like this. Okay. And to close this anchor tag, follow me, guys. To close this anchor tag, you have to put the anchor tag in front of the airline, like this. Okay, this is after, this is before. Okay, now, and go inside of the first opening anchor tag, put space, put href like this, equal, single quote, curly braces, and $sign, I'm going to say page URL. Okay, put it like this, page URL. Okay, keep it like this. And after the closing single quote, put a space. I'm going to say title equal single quote. Okay, and put a go to the first page, period. Okay, now, and inside of my two equal, I'm going to create another equal space, double quote, and I'm going to say first page. Now I name it first page, and put a semicolon here. Okay, now this part is done. This if block of code is done. Go after that, skip one line. Now I'm going to count all my product in the database to calculate total pages. This is how I'm going to do it. Okay, I'm going to say total. I'm going to write it down for you. I'm going to say count all product. Count all products in the database. Okay, to calculate total pages like this. This okay. Yes. Okay, now here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to say total pages on this, okay, like this, equal cell, this is the formula, parentheses, and put a dollar sign total underscore row divided by record, okay, by the record per page. Records underscore per page, and put a semicolon here. This is how you calculate total pages. You say total pages equals cell parentheses total row. You take the total row, you divide it by the record per page. Okay, and go to next slide. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to range them. I'm going to range off a length to show. Okay, and this is how I do it. I'm going to say dollar sign range like this, equal to. Okay, next, this is how I'm going to display the length to range of pages around current page. Okay, now I'm going to display. I'm going to display the length. Okay, just to range of pages around current page. This is how you do it. I'm going to say dollar sign initial underscore initial number equal, okay, equal page minus range, like this. This is how you do it. And also, let me scroll. Okay, go here. Also, I'm going to say condition limit. Okay, condition limit number equal parentheses. It's my page plus my range, like this, and then plus 1. This is how you calculate it. Go to next. Okay, now I'm going to use a for I'm going to use a for loop to loop for me. Okay, I'm going to use a for loop. I'm going to say for. Okay, it's a for loop. Let me cut everything inside of it, parentheses, like this. Keep it clean like this. Okay, I'm going to say for x equal initial, okay, oops, for x equal initial, yes, initial number, initial num, put it like, okay, semicolon, space, dollar sign x, and less, and then condition limit num, okay, space, and then x concatenate plus plus, x plus plus. Okay, now this is where I'm going to pass my my block of code inside of my for loop. Now this is where I'm going to make sure, you have to be sure that x, dollar sign x, is greater than 0 and less than or equal to the total pages. This is what I'm going to let me write it down. Dollar sign x should be greater, okay, than 0, and it should be less, okay, than or equal, less than or equal to the total pages, dollar sign total underscore pages. No, not row. Okay, now I'm going to use the if statement. I'm going to say if, and parentheses again. I'm going to say if dollar sign x space is greater than 0. Oops. Yes, it's greater than 0. And I want to go here and concatenate and like this, and under the parentheses, dollar sign x space equal total pages Okay. Now this I'm going to pass my block of code here. Now this is where I'm going to say this is for the current page. I'm going to say if x $x equal page, and I'm going to pass my block of code here, and I'm going to say echo use li, okay, opening li, and this is a closing, and here inside of the li I'm going to pass a class equal, I'm going to call it active, okay, call it active, and before the closing li I'm going to pass an anchor tag. Is the anchor tag, opening anchor tag, and is the closing anchor tag, and bring this here and go inside the first one, open it, space href, like this, equal, put a backslash. After the backslash I want you to put after the backslash I want you to put a double quote, okay, backslash double quote. After the inside of the double quote I want you to put a pound sign like this and put another backslash, okay, and here before the closing anchor tag I want you to put $x like this, space, and I want you to pass, I'm going to pass a span. Is my span, this is the opening span, and is the closing span. And here from the inside of the first one span I'm going to pass a class equal, this is a backslash, okay. After the backslash put a double quote, and inside of my double quote put sr, put it like this, only, and put another backslash, okay, put the backslash, and after the closing double quote here, let me make this smaller, let me make this, okay, let me make this smaller. After the closing double quote here, okay, after the put a parenthesis, and I want you to put a current like this, okay. After current, okay, and then we have after current we have a closing span, closing anchor tag, closing li, and put a semicolon here. This is one line of code. Try not to miss it, guys. Okay. Now, and then this is the if statement. The curly braces open. This is the closing curly braces. I want you to go after the closing curly braces, skip one line. Now, at this time, this is where I'm going. If not, I'm going to use the else statement. If not the current page, let me keep it simple. Not current page. Okay. If not current page, I'm going to say else and say echo double quote, put li, this is opening li, and I'm going to pass an anchor tag, opening anchor tag, and this is my closing li. Also we need okay, anchor tag, closing anchor tag. Okay, let me separate. This is li first, and then anchor tag inside of li. Okay. Now, let's say not current page. As the echo, inside of the first anchor tag, open it, put href like this, equal single quote, curly braces, and put I'm going to say page underscore URL. Okay. And after the closing curly braces, put a page equal $x like this, okay. And here, before the closing anchor tag is the closing anchor tag, before from the middle here, okay, from the middle here I want to put a $x again, and this is a closing anchor tag, closing li, and put a semicolon here. Now we have three closing, 1, 1, 1. Okay, and after the three closing, the first one, second, third, go to the next line, and here at this time, this is where I'm going to put my button for last page. Button for last. This is the button for last page. Okay, this is a button for last page. To this, I'm going to say if, use an if statement. If page less than total total pages. Okay, now if page less than total pages, now this is where I'm going to pass my block of code. I'm going to say echo double quote. This is li here. This is the opening li, and put a semicolon here. I'm going to copy this, copy, and paste it for the closing li. Paste, and put a forward slash for the closing li. Okay. Now, instead of the first one, li, and I'm going to pass an anchor tag here, a anchor tag. I have to close it here too, and to close it, I have to put it in front of the closing li, like this, a forward slash a. This is how you do it. Okay, and go inside of the first anchor tag a here, put a space, put href like this, href equal, put a single quote. Okay, now what I want you to do, I say href equals single quote. Okay, and inside of this single quote here, inside of this single quote, I want you to put a double quote, put another double quote here inside of the single quote. Okay, let me make this bigger so that you can see. Okay, now I want you to go put a space, after the space, put a dot, and put a dot aside page, put a page URL like this, and put a space, space. Okay, and I want you to go after the closing double quote here. Go here, I want you to put a page equal curly braces total, like this, total pages. Okay, and after the closing single quote here, put a space, put title equal, like this, title equal single quote, and put last page for the last page, and put a last page space is, put it like this, space, put curly braces, put $sign total, total pages like this. Okay, and put a dot here, put a period here. Okay, this is one line of code. Let me make it small. Okay, smaller. Okay, this is fine. Now here from the middle here, I'm going to say equal again, equal double quote, and put a last page, and put a semicolon here. Okay, this is the closing. Now this block of code, if this is the button for last page, this block of code is done, and this is the closing PHP. And next, I want you to I'm going to put the equal, and this is where I'm going to close the URL. Let me show you URL. Here's the URL, PHP. Remember the first line of code. This is where I say equal URL class pagination. This is where I open it. This is the equal. This is where I open URL on the list, and then this is where I'm going to close it with equal. I'm going to say equal. This is equal double quote, and put forward slash URL. This is where I close it, and put a semicolon. Okay, this pagin.php is done. Okay, this is the last line of code here, and go to file, save all, So that's when and then let's go to back to our browser, refresh it. Now we got 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5. I'm going to try to create, let me create one more, because we cannot. Okay, let me show you something. I'm going to create one more product. Okay, and let me choose my picture. I'm going to choose my pic. Okay, here's my picture. Now I'm going to say step like this, put the name, put the price, anything, and put a description. I'm going to say put new product, put it like this way, and keep it category electronics. And now I got everything. Click on create. Okay, product was created. And if we go here, we refresh the page. We have 1 2 3 4 5 6. This is a new product, everything here. And let's go here, let's read it. Now we have 1 2 3 4 5. One is missing, but because we cannot read it yet, we finished with we're done with Pagin.php, but something is missing, we cannot read it. I want you to open, okay, let's go to a read template. I want you to open, okay, I want you to open read underscore template.php. Here's right here. Open it, and here's scroll down. Here's the last block of okay. After the closing echo, this is echo closing table. Here we say echo table last, okay, and go after that, and I want you to say include once, okay, include once, and put Pagin.php like this, and put semicolon, and go to file, save all, and let's go back to our browser, refresh it. Oops, we got an error message, says syntax unexpected. Oh, okay. We put because we said we're not supposed to put the double quote. Okay, now I have to use a single quote instead. Okay, let's put single quote. Supposed to be, yeah, let's put single quote. Okay, include once Pagin.php with a single quote, and go to file, save all. Let's go back to our browser, refresh it. We still got some, okay, syntax error, unexpected single quote. Okay, let's go back to see what's going on. Include once, Pagin.php. Oh, okay, include, okay. We got an error message here because this is a typo. Include one, I put include one, guys. I put include one, it's supposed to be include once. Okay, I think you see that now. It's okay now. Yeah, include once. Pagin that, okay, PHP. Go back, say file, go to file, save all, and let's go back to our browser, refresh it. Now, as you can see, now we have page 1 and page 2 because we have a second item. Nothing. Okay, because we need something. Okay, more line of code. Now, as you can see, guys, this is where I'm going to stop. Now we got our page 1. We have page 1, and this is our part. This is our part 5. Now you can create. You can create product. You can read, and you can update. So the next tutorial, part 6, will be our last part. This is where I will finish out this series, yeah, next time. But at this time, this is where I'm going to stop. Now you can create product, you can read product, and you can edit product. For part 6, I'm going to create delete, and for page 2 and last page, and so on. So this is where I'm going to stop. Okay guys, this is where I'm going to stop. So this is our this is our read template. Put include once.php and pagin.php to see the result. Okay guys, this is 1 second where I'm going to stop. Thank you for watching. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe and share this tutorial. And if you got any error, don't forget to add it inside of the comment box below. Thank you for watching. Thank you 1 second. See you in the next one for part 6. Thank you. Bye bye. Also, one thing I want to add, guys, this is a challenge. This my channel, I want you to make sure, guys, I want before 2022 I want my channel to get 1,000 subscribers. Please, my subscriber, please, I want you to share this tutorial, share my channel with everybody. Share my channel. I know you can do that. This is a challenge. I know you can. I know you will help me out to do that. Share my channel, share my tutorial. And right now I'm with 300 and something, 300 plus subscriber. Please, I want to get by before January 2022 to get 1,000 and plus subscriber and then more views. Thank you. I know you can do that. All right. Thank you. See you. Bye bye.